Thursday, November the 30th, 2017, to you. And today I'm going to write about President Donald Trump. I feel like if I were visiting an old pal. Long time no see, Donald. According to some senior administration officials, President Trump is considering a plan to oust Secretary of State Mr. Rex Tillerson. Those sources said that Mr. Tillerson would be replaced by Mr. Mike Pompeo, the incumbent CIA director, who in turn would be replaced by Senator Mr. Tom Cotton, Republican from Arkansas. That plan was developed by retired John F. Kelly, the White House Chief of Staff, in consultation with other officials. First of all, I must apologize Mr. Tillerson. When his name was proposed by President Trump to the Senate, many of us regarded him as a mere corporate leader. Indeed, he was the ExxonMobil CEO with little experience in diplomacy. On the other hand, he was not Mr. Trump's favorite person for the job. We must remember that his first choice was former New York Mayor Mr. Rudolph Giuliani. Still, Mr. Tillerson has provided a reasonable voice in the administration. He has taken a more hawkish view than the president on Russia and tried to mediate during the Saudi-led boycott of Qatar. As you could have imagined, Mr. Tillerson has been at odds with Mr. Trump too many times. He was even reported in October to have privately called Mr. Trump a moron. So I guess he does not want to remain the Secretary of State for too long. Although President Trump said Rex is here when he was asked by reporters if he wanted Mr. Tillerson to stay, I also believe that he would love to suck him. However, as it happens in cabinet shuffles, it is the US Senate who has the last word. That said, I'm afraid that both Mr. Pompeo and Mr. Cotton would fail in the confirmation procedure. It could be too hot for senators, even those in the Republican side, to confirm Mr. Pompeo, given his Islamophobic record. This is the man who would oversee U.S. foreign policy. On the other hand, Senator Cotton once defended waterboarding as a legitimate tactic, not to mention that his eventual confirmation would create a vacancy in the state. If Democrats gain that seat, will be embarrassing for the GOP. In short, General Kelly's idea is tantamount to test Republican senators' loyalty precisely when they are discussing the tax reform. If I were you, General Kelly, I wouldn't like to know the answer. Besides, why not picking up General McMaster instead for the job? Mr. Pompeo and Mr. Cotton would pump a holy mess. The world is still on.